Welcome to the world of Ionios. Hey everybody, welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we started off our adventure and had 20 minutes of cutscene. And now we get to somewhat see the world a bit. I'm gonna edit my camera a bit. I like having a more zoomed in camera. I just think it looks a little bit better. But we finally have our chance to wander around the world. But there's a few other things that we'll take care of. I'm gonna open expansion pass stuff off screen. And you know what? We can quick go over. Can we? I think we can at this point. Yeah, why not? Actually, how do we? It's been a little bit since I have build info. No. Okay. I don't remember how you can see the. We'll get a chance to see the stuff later. But we get to explore around the world a little bit right now. X opens up your menu. Y opens up your little. It opens up your objective screen. Plus will open up your map, I think. It's been a little while since I've. And also, I'm on a Pro Controller right now. Just because my normal. I normally do the disconnected. I don't do the disconnected Joy-Cons just in the little mini controller slot thing, but the L button on my controller is broken, and one of the screws is like completely stripped from it.
Sorry I made you wait.
It's fine. We're used to it.
And L is obviously you do a lot of stuff with the L button on this because it helps, it's changing your targets, which is pretty important at times. So, waiting for one to come in. Scattered out around the world are a bunch of collectibles. You might as well pick these up. They aren't useful for a little while, but still, just go around the world, pick them up. You can find a bunch of different things. In general, it can be pretty nice. You can press R to zoom in your minimap, or completely. I think you can completely remove the minimap.
Doesn't guarantee your safety. Colony Sigma were fighting frantically for their lives, just like us.
All around the world, we can have enemies, and we will automatically lock onto them. However, again, it is not until you press A that you will start a fight with them. Some enemies will be aggressive and fight you first, but not all enemies. We did see someone in the corner that there was a level 40 some enemy. We are not prepared to take them on quite yet. Again, there's a lot more UI stuff that we'll get into, like why that guy is shining, or all the levels. The coloration just shows off what different, the extent of their power compared to you. Beauty's healing is an area of effect. Just pop in there, and you'll regenerate your health as you're in there. And you can just chill out in the circle, which will fully recover us. We'll be able to switch our who we are playing as in a little bit. Once we can do that, I think we get to see the further details of all of our arts. So it's not going to be for a little bit. When we do that, I'll go into every class and just quick go over them and why or what their skills are all about. Friends, wait! What's the matter, Riku? Oh, Noah, just because friends are won out from battle is no excuse to not pay attention to surroundings. Direct eyes right there. Oh, hey, an abandoned container. If it's been cast off like trash, is it even worth trying to salvage it? Victory can make soldiers sloppy, neglectful of battlefield aftercare tasks. Thanks to Napon Rearguard, Noah and friends survive battle. Go home with Bum Bum in single piece. Don't friends think friends should heed advice of experienced colleague? I guess maybe we should. Oh, so you're a badass now, eh, Riku? Maybe next time you want to join us on the front line, huh? That sound fun? Hey, Lance, go easy. Riku's just trying to help us out here. Scattered around the world, there are a bunch of containers. Containers will give you a number of different items. It can be pretty useful. And I believe they'll also give you a little bit of cash, and sometimes they will give you accessories. Accessories are things that you can equip to every one of your party members. You can see out here. Go into accessories. One thing I'm not a biggest fan of how slow the tutorializing is in here, but still. Attack Stone will boost our auto attack damage by 58%. You can see that. There are 3 different rarities of item, as well as a number of, obviously, different effects, different tiers of the items that will do different things. So, like, there will be an Attack Stone that will eventually be just a better version of it. That even, I think it's usually like the highest of the lowest lower level is better than the lowest of the next level, but only by a little bit. And yeah, rarity. Gotta love rarity. Hey, is that? Dead. Must have snuffed it en route to back to Kalinai. Rough deal. Yeah, and with all that life left on the clock. Just wait a moment, would you? I have to take care of the off-seeing. Of course, we have time. Also across the world, you will see a bunch of soldier husks. No, as an officer, so we can build our affinity with the colonies. We'll get into what affinity is all about later on. And so we get that taken care of. We're just kind of going around through what the world all has to offer. This is really just the exploration tutorial. Last time was the basic battle tutorial. Again, things will get more complex later on. Just right now it's pretty boring and generic.
Never seen this place before.
Landmarks, there are a number of different ways, things rather, that there are. First of all, there are landmarks. Landmarks you can skip travel to normally. You can't right now, just because we're in tutorial, but it's a fast travel. Fast traveling is good. We can just swim along. For the first time in the series, you can actually fight while swimming, which is very nice. So jump a little bit while swimming, not really all too useful. Your minimap will also, once you get close enough, it'll be able to show you the extent, it'll be able to show you nearby things of interest. Whether that be containers, or people to off-sea, stuff like that. There are a number of different types of collectibles. Some of them are on the ground, some of them are drops from enemies.
Hey, come here.
Your party members will also point out different things of note as you near them. Generally speaking, you'll be able to see them anyway, so it's not the most useful thing out there, but still. Just keep it going along. Again, once we can get a little bit more into the combat system, I'll talk about what a bunch of the other symbols mean, because it can be a little bit overwhelming at first. Pop you, and bow. Oh, I know.
These are worth a bit, right?
We should take good care of that.
Get a Napon coin, a silver Napon coin. Those are not useful for a little while, but they are actually pretty important when we can use them. But again, they aren't useful for a decent chunk of time, actually. It's surprising how early you can get one with... unless there's a feature I'm forgetting you can use them for. I'm pretty sure the only thing that there is...
Daily hygiene needs, eh?
No. It's no substitute for a proper bath.
Yeah, well, why do you gotta be so lame, Uni? It's always good to just go around and pick up collectibles. Collectibles will respawn either when you leave the area or more easily when you skip travel. Once you skip travel, things will reset because again, it's fast traveling. So, yeah. Obviously, there is the different positioning. They went over that. Talked about that a little bit last time. Pop that again. Noah will like to get behind enemies and poke them with edge thrust. It's very useful for him to do so because he does extra damage. And Noah is one of our main damage dealers right now. If we look on the left, we can see the health of all of our people, as well as a few little symbols. The red swords are your attackers. Go figure, they do a lot of damage. They're your main people to do damage. Uni has the little green... I don't even know what to call that. It's a green... I guess like... It's almost like a... Oh, it's a staff, I think, is what they're supposed to be saying with that. They are your healers. Healers will, get this, heal you. But they also are generally good at buffing as well. Lance has a blue shield, meaning that he is a defender. Defenders are your tanks. Mwamba and Noah, despite both being attackers, function very differently. But I'll get into more specifics of how they differentiate themselves once we can actually go through and see everything about their classes. Again, it's useful to have that info. And I think this is a required battle. There's a couple of required battles. Generally speaking, encounters out in the world, you can just kind of run away from if needs be. However, anything where there is a nice blue outline, you will not be able to do. That's just telling us about break, topple, and daze. Do that. There is also a fourth one, burst. We cannot do anything with burst as of yet. You can also do tutorials at any time by just going through the training drills. It's a useful feature to have, so yeah. They're very good with tutorials in this, but it gets to a point where the tutorials can be very slow. The other Xenoblade games did kind of struggle with not having all too, like, they were pretty bad with tutorials. This game is
always a welcome sight.
This game's a little bit on the opposite end, where it's a bit too heavy with the tutorials. Where was that? There we are. You can see a little flute for anyone that is a husk.
Such is
Hello,
the
cat.
duty.
Get a little bit more XP, or not XP, affinity. And we'll go and pop on into Colony 9. Ah, made it back at last. What a hike. Such long walking is tough on legs of Riku. Riku totally pooped. It was a massive battle, but we don't seem to have taken too many injuries, fortunately. Yeah, well, I guess that's the upside of going against a low-rank no-mark colony like that. On the flip side, we didn't manage to fill up the flame clock all that much. Ah, it's all for the best. At least we all had come back in one piece. I agree. And anyway, we should be all right on that front for the time being. Noah, talking out here just wastes time. How about friends move chatter into math? Good thinking. Let's do that. Nice little overview of Colony 9, in the Aedia region. Flame Clock will show the amount of life's flames harvested from defeated enemies. Basically, you gotta fight pretty often, despite the fact that, you know, a lot of times RPGs you can kind of avoid enemies if you want. This one, it does incentivize you to go out and fight enemies if you need to. They can be some pretty decent debuffs to them. It's not a terribly big deal, but like before a big fight, make sure that you use the Flame Clock. Hey, you heard? Seems like Colony's 9th Thronus won't be able to move for a while. Can't move, but I made it back here from the battlefield. Thing is, looks like the Ancient took a bit of a beating in battle with Colony Sigma. So those Norpon mechanics told us to shut it all down when they only allowed maintenance. Yeah? Right, that does sound like it's gonna be parked up here for a little while then. Townspeople will boost up your affinity. And you can see when someone has something new to say because there is a little star next to them. Colony Sigma is defeated, but the Flame Clock hasn't increased much. Get into a fever pretty easily, huh? Man like work with all those Agnians with the leftness. We won't feed the flame clock unless we take him out with a blade. Be careful, innit? Relax, I'm a cool-headed pilot. No hasty coup de grace from me. I'd rather max pain and punishment than just stop. Or if you say so. Plus, you can get a little bit of interaction. You can also see green dots are for anyone that you can talk to. Hey, thanks for what you did in that battle. I couldn't have made it back without you. I mean, 4 Levinuses from Colony Sego. I had no idea I was gonna handle that. We don't have a whole lot of Levinuses at our colony. Look how it can be a problem. Yeah, I wonder if we could get our hands on some reinforcements. I'm gonna have fun doing British accents this whole game. When Levinus repairs all done, Harala move on to adjustment of power frame for Xeon and Kurt. It's like you're pretty busy right now. Meh, before and after battle always get a bit higgledy-piggledy around here. Anyhow, Harala like job, so being busy not really so bad after all. I love the Nopon though. Nopon are great.
Finally, I can soak my worries away.
And with how late we are, it should be empty too.
See, it was all part of the plan. Oh, and Special Forces are getting back late. Yeah, well that's because Noah was busy doing his usual officer thing. Oh, I dare say. You must be tired. You should turn it in before it gets much later. What if I don't want... Okay, it's really... talking to anyone once will boost up the affinity. There's times where, like... Hello, I suddenly got Southern. There's times where it will get, like, they'll talk, and... Oh my god, I'm struggling through words. As the story progresses, sometimes people will change what they say. Talking to them again, it won't change what they won't change the affinity.
Say, you know how you became an officer after what happened?
I guess, yeah.
Does it still hurt?
No. I can't say I'm totally over it, but I'm getting there. I've sent so many of our comrades. A lot's happened. Both for me and those sent on. Anyway, worry about him. Poor guy. Pushes himself too hard.
What can we do? He's been like this for ages. He never got to apologize, so... You know.
You guys talking about the battle? Don't worry about the bonus points, because I'll have nabbed them all.
The snuff you on about? I'll have you know I clocked up a fair bit more.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm the one who took the heavy off its hinges. They give you loads of points.
Ooh, big deal. If that heel had come a few seconds later, you'd be sleeping in the dirt.
Yeah, no, that was part of the plan. You couldn't tell. I just felt like giving you the credit, but don't worry. You can thank me later.
Huh? You're a right muppet, Lance.
All right, then. Off to bed with me.
Yeah, all that walking's really done a number on me.
I'm sorry.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
And so, with us set to go to bed, I think that'll do it for this time. Next time, we continue just checking out everything, being a soldier, all that good stuff. But until then, see you guys later.